Once again, everybody, I appreciate about the technical difficulties with the live, but I am back, and we are going to talk about this topic right now. And my monitor just went out again. No, it's back. It's back. Okay. All right. So we're gonna talk about this topic before my monitor end up acting up again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and share this on video with y'all. A matter of fact, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move it over here just in case this monitor get to start cutting up again. Um, we're gonna do like this. Yep. All right. So I'm getting ready to share this on video with y'all. And I just want to get y'all perspective about this. How y'all feel about this? Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. That's give me y'all perspective about how y'all feel about what these gentlemen is gonna say about their choice about being either participating in the mandated jab or not. You say you can't hear? Uh, give me give me a second. Let me fix the audio. Yeah, y'all give me a few seconds. Let me work on trying to change this audio for y'all real quick. Do, do, do. Yeah, cause we are cutting up today, boy. Give me a few seconds. Uh, yeah, cause like the issue I'm having an issue with this monitor. The actual monitor that's doing the audio, it's kind of acting janky right now. It's kind of like going in and out. So let me try to resolve this. Unless I could switch this to my MacBook monitor and let the audio come from there, I may be able to do it that way. Yeah, cause the audio is acting real janky right now. Give me a second. Let me play. Oh! I see the problem is too. Hold up, y'all. I see the problem is. But I'm still having issues with this monitor too. But we gonna work through this. Yeah, I think so too. Like whenever you be discussing stuff like that, that's when everything start falling apart. Like everything. But I'm gonna push through it. One of the big things, one of the big issues, because I for some reason the system had muted it. I didn't push mute. The system muted itself. That is crazy. But yep. But yeah, the system muted it. That was crazy in itself too. Hold up. I feel curry back up again. And I believe it should play now.
Well, good afternoon.
Yep, there it is. All right, so let me do this. I'm put the big screen again.
Well, good afternoon, friends. It's kind of bittersweet, but today's the day. October 18th was the deadline of Jay Inslee's mandate, and I'm refusing to get it. But I'm in a fortunate
Y'all should be able to hear it now,
unlike
right?
a lot of my other fellow workers, they have to quit and walk away from their jobs. I actually have 31 years total, so I'm able to retire in lieu of. So tomorrow will be my official first day of retirement. And I just want everybody to know that it's been an honor and a privilege serving these 21 years with you as a trooper. And 10 years prior to that, I was a state park ranger. I got to be a part of many of your lives as you traveled to and from parks and camping adventures, and as well as just being a trooper for the last 21 years and helping you out when you crashed your car, or you ran into a deer, or somebody hit you, or you were in distress in some means, that I was able to be there day and night, all hours of the night. It has been an honor. And I wouldn't change anything of it other than the last 2 years where we've had this crazy nonsense of having to wear masks and everybody's running around in fear of this virus. And I want those of you that are opposed to our decisions to choose not to get the vaccine, just think about a few things. I'm not anti-vax. I'm pro-choice when it comes to vaccines. If you choose to get the vaccine, that's your choice. You accept the responsibility for what you're allowing them to put in your body. So if you have complications from that vaccine later on, that's on you because you chose to do it voluntarily. We have a governor that is forcing us to do it and taking away our livelihoods if we don't, without knowing what is in this medicine that they're putting in our bodies, that we don't even know what the long-term effects are going to be. The studies showed that all the animals died in the animal trials, and yet they're giving it to us. And I'm not willing to put myself in that kind of jeopardy. I've put myself in jeopardy for 31 years doing law enforcement. So that should tell you a little something about how wary I am of this particular mandate. I don't agree with it. You can have your own opinions, but in the end, we're all citizens and we all enjoy the freedoms that we have in this country, and they're being stripped away. So you might want to think about that.
Afternoon, TikTok. My name is Deputy Bailey from the King County Sheriff's Office here in Washington State. In about 20 minutes, I'm getting ready to go in and turn in my badge and my gun and call it good. You know, I think I'm done. 23 years in the United States Army prior to this, about 10 years as a cop, and I think that after all the stuff that we've been through, you know, the defund, the de-hate, the demotivation of cops, all the stuff that they've put us through, I still went to work every single day, motivated and ready to do my job. I didn't care if other people outside the organization didn't care that much for us. It was all about the family. But when it started to become toxic from the inside, when people stopped caring for each other on the inside, when toxic leadership like we have here in the King County Sheriff's Office, who does not care about their deputies, started to happen, it was too much for me. I held every senior leadership position in the enlisted side of the United States Army. Might know a thing or two about leadership. So let me tell you what I can tell you about leadership. And this message is directly for Mitzi Johanknick, our sheriff. You failed us. And you failed us miserably. You should have left when the guild was asking you to. I once suggested to a senior member up there downtown, when I worked downtown, to do a command climate survey. And I got laughed at. They said the sheriff doesn't really want to know the truth to that. In 5 combat deployments, even where I was losing soldiers and morale was really low, I have never worked in an organization that had lower morale than we have right now in the command climate up at the top. And I'm talking about the senior leader, and there are some good ones up there. Looking at you, Chief Lord. There's some good ones. But Mitzi, I say to you, do you know why your nickname here in this department is Missing in Action? It's because you haven't been here. You forgot what it was to be a cop. And you put people in charge who have never spent one day in a patrol car. So I'm done. It's my time to go. And to my deputies that might see this, I'm going to miss you. I've had some good times here. I've done some good things. You'll always be 10-8 in my heart, but I'm 10-7 for life.
110 Vancouver.
110.
Due to my personal choice to take a moral stand for medical freedom and personal choice, I will be signing out of service for the last time today. After nearly 17 years of serving the citizens of the state of Washington, it has been my honor and privilege to work alongside all of you. I want to take a moment to thank those that have helped me be successful, to be safe, and to go home every day. At the end of each shift, to hear the ripping of that Velcro is a relief to my wife and kids. I want to admonish each of you, knowing that despite what the press releases and the news conferences are saying to downplay this role, we all know in this district on the 19th there will be 51 of the 75 troopers available and only 7 of the 11 sergeants. So please, please, please take care of each other. So please take care of each other. Be safe and make sure you all go home at the end of each day. Again, thank you to each and every one of you that have stood alongside me and that we have helped each other out. But as for me, I am out of service and on to new adventures.
On behalf of your D5 coworkers, I want to say you've been a pleasure to work with for the last almost 17 years. You've accomplished great things here and built amazing friendships along the way. You've led your crew in DUI arrests year after year, been an FTO, a DRE, and peer support member, and most recently made sergeant last year. This agency is losing an outstanding, hardworking, determined, and caring individual. I'm honored to have been your dispatcher, but mostly proud to be your wife. Our future is bright. Thank you so much for your service, 110.
And thank you for yours and for being by my side.
110, 17, 02.
90110. Thank you for your service and being my FTO. Then you will be missed, will be forgotten, and you and your lovely wife, it's been an honor.
So everyone, what do y'all think about these officers go ahead and some of them resign, others just went on and retired after they years of service. So how y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel that their decision to retire due to the mandated mandate in their state, do you think it's justifiable, or do you think they're wrong? Do you think they're not complying as citizens, or they're not serving their own country? Now, I was going to show some other videos as well too, where there are actually military personnel, and there was different type of military personnel that was doing the same exact thing, where they were mandated that they had to take the jab. They mandated their military personnel that they had to take the jab. If not, then there was going to be discharged for services. And I was going to show y'all that video, but I don't have time to do that right now. But that video is even more sad than the one that I just got through showing y'all. And there was some personnel who are lieutenants, sergeants, and everybody who decide to take a moral stance on being mandated to take the jab. So how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel that the mandate is valid? Or are you on the wrong side of that it should be your choice? Period. Now let me give you the argument on the mandated side. The argument on the mandated side is that they believe that the current vaccinations that they have available right now that's beneficial to everyone in this nation, that is going to help reduce the spread of the virus. They believe that through their clinical trials that they be administering, that it has up to about a 95% effective rate. And they also believe that since they have this type of effect rate, that it should be beneficial to everyone to do it. But the only way to get the vaccinated to everyone is that they have to pretty much force everyone to get jabbed in order for it to effectively be spread, to stop the spread of the virus. That is their argument. On the other hand, the people who are pro-choice in the matter, their biggest argument about this is that they honestly do not trust if the vaccine is going to be 100%, at least 99% effective. So in other words, they are afraid that if they do take the jab, then it may affect them negatively. It may cause some mental harm. It may cause some physical harm. It may cause someone death. And also throughout the studies and stuff, right, there have been many studies that have been showcased where there have been different people. There have been different people as well who took the jab and they end up dying from it, from complications. So these are the two arguments right here. These are the two arguments right here. Now, y'all probably asking Urban now, well, Urban, what is your perspective about this? How do you feel about this? My stance on this is that I'm with the people who are pro-life, period. Who pro-choice, period. I'm talking about abortion. But I'm talking about people who are pro-choice, period. I believe that it's absolutely everyone's choice to either decide on whether they want to be jabbed or not, due to the fact that people are just not certain that it's going to be at least 99% effective for helping them. That's going to be helping them to protect them from the virus, which that is an honest choice. It's not because, like, nah, I don't want to do it because I just don't want to do it. As you was hearing all these people saying, it ain't that they don't want to do it for whatever crazy reason it is, because there are also anti-vaxxer out there that don't want to do it because they just literally out there acting ignorant about it. There are people out there. There are also other people out there who are part of the anti-vax movement because of, religious reasons. There's different things like that, different factors. But the one commonality is the same, is that people is afraid. They don't know if they do take the jab, if it's going to have some type of adverse effect on them where it's going to cost them their life. So in other words, they're viewing it as they are the living test trial. They're the living guinea pig. And it's like you playing a lottery. In other words, either you're going to want to recover from it and feel well, or you're going to die. And that put people into a situation where they don't want to be at. Especially if you're one of those who you're taking care of your household. You're the one who's the breadwinner of your household. All the finances is coming into your household as well. Then all of a sudden, if you were to pass away from this, then what's going to happen? Is the government going to fund the people who pass away from this? Where they give them some type of cushion or some type of security blanket that if this were to happen to people, that they would take care of their families? These are the different questions that people are asking about this, and that's why they're feeling uncomfortable about this. That's why a lot of people are feeling uncomfortable about this. Even me, I feel uncomfortable about it. That's why I personally made a choice to not be, jabbed yet. And two, I know without a shadow of doubt that this is going to be affected and it's going to take care of me. To be honest with y'all, and just to be real transparent with y'all, I haven't the only shots that I received in my adult life is when I had to take a tetanus shot, or what they call it, tuberculosis shot, to where they call that, for employment issues. That's the only time I did it. But I never took a flu shot. Never. Because my personally, my body and my immune system is strong enough to fight the influenza virus. My immune system is strong enough to fight that. Even when I had the virus as well, me and my whole entire family had the virus at one point in time, and our immune system was strong enough to fight the virus without getting no type of jab, no type of anything. We just relied on natural, common herbs and remedies to help us recover. And we did, without no complications whatsoever. Now, if y'all haven't seen my video on that, I do have a video on that when I was talking about that, when I was going through the whole process of going through the virus. So y'all can check that out on my YouTube channel. But when I was going through that whole process, that's all we did. We just did the best thing that we could to take care of ourselves without being jabbed or anything. So it puts people into a situation where they just is uncertain. And when you know your citizens is uncertain about that, why try to force the issue on them? Furthermore, you starting off on trying to force the issues on the very people who are here to protect the country, which is your military personnel, which is your first responders, all these people who are there, they're designed to help protect the country. Your first responder, your public servants. And y'all starting off with them trying to mandate this with them. So how do you think that's going to make them feel? So yeah, now we're seeing reports that it's a lot of tenured workers who are retiring because they got all enough hours to retire with no problem. And that's the point that they didn't want to because they enjoyed the career path that they was in, so much so. But when you push them into a situation, of course they're going to retire. But what about the ones who don't have that privilege? What if the ones who haven't reached to the retirement age yet and you're pushing this issue towards them and they stuck with a choice? Either take this experimental vaccine and deal with it. If you die, oh well. If you die, you die, oh well. Or they refuse to do it, and still they lose their only source of mean or only source of income to take care of themselves and their family. It's almost like that saying, dang if you do, dang if you don't type thing. And so, yeah, behavior-wise, it put people into a situation that they don't want to be in. It do. So, the only thing that I could just tell y'all is that if you're for being pro-mandated, if you're for the government mandated everyone to be vaxxed, then I recommend that you also understand the people who feel like it's their choice to do that as well. Understand both sides. And just don't be pro-mandated just because you just trying to be a follower or, as they say, you're trying to be a sheep and you're not even thinking for yourself. At least do your due diligence to research and find out everything before you come to that conclusion. And this is the same thing for people who are pro-choice as well. Don't just be pro-choice because this is the popular thing on social media that everybody's talking about, or you're trying to follow suit. Do your due diligence to find out exactly your reason why you want to be pro-choice to begin with first place. You formulate your own perspective and your own conclusion. When you come up with your own conclusion, you make your choice what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, it is our constitutional right to choose whether we want to do anything with our body in this country, period. It is no different from when women have the same pro-choice where if they want to either take a life or give life. For us when they're pregnant or want to go through abortion. It ain't no different from that. This situation is no different from that. So one other thing too, before I get off here too, and I appreciate everyone's tuning in. I'm sorry I'm not showing y'all comments on the screen, but I'm in the zone right now. But one other thing too is that if this be the case where things are being mandated, what are you going to do about it? Are we all just going to sit up here, like I'm doing right now, and I'm just sharing the information to you and that's it? Or what are we going to do about it? Or are we going to go to our Congress and become outraged about it? Just like when we was having all these quote-unquote Black Lives Matter movements. Went through the whole entire years of stuff going through the Black Lives Matter movement, protesting and everything. Every little thing that happened in the city, people start protesting about it, saying Black Lives Matter. So what are we going to do about it? That's the decision I leave up to y'all with that. If it's that serious, and it's for the sake of us choosing what to do with our body, then what are you going to do about it? And I mean this not in a negative way. I'm not telling y'all to do some negative stuff. So don't try to come back and say, hey, the official urban therapist said we should go and do some negative stuff and do all this next stuff. No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying to exercise your legal rights as citizen. That's what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what your legal rights are as a citizen, I challenge you to go ahead and look up your laws, and not only your state, but for this country as well. So that's all I got on this topic, y'all. I wish I could go more, but since I was having technical difficulties, I can't. I may do this for y'all too. I may do this. I may do this for y'all. Everyone who's tuning in right now, I may do this for y'all, okay? What I may do later on today, I may come back on again later on today, and I may do an open panel for y'all, for people who want to come up and y'all want to discuss y'all concerns about this. I may just do an open panel where we could just have this dialogue, because I believe that we should have this dialogue. We should have this discussion, because a lot of content creators is afraid to talk about this because they're afraid of getting flagged and, everything like that and stuff. Me, I don't care. We could talk about it. We can have the discussion. So if that's something that y'all want to do, I'm more than willing to, later on today, I'm more than willing to have an open panel discussion about that as well, where we could talk about it. Now, if y'all willing to do that, put y'all, just say, yeah, hey, Irby, yes, I'm, go ahead and do that. I will be here. I'll tune in and I'll come in on camera with you and everything. We'll have this discussion. If you're willing to do that, then yes, I'll do an open panel later on tonight. If not, then I'll leave the video as is. All right. So I appreciate y'all tuning in for this lunchtime discussions. And I see everybody in the chat right now. I see everyone in the chat. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And please share, like, follow, and share as well too, all right? Subscribe to my channel. Those of you who are on YouTube, subscribe to my channel as well, all right? So y'all continue to fight fate with faith, and I will see y'all again.